Hey, welcome back. We've got the blue qt50 out. Was going to go over some basic stuff for the new owner, and thought I could share it with others too, because maybe I'll touch on some things that would be beneficial to others. So let's get into it, shall we? I guess the real basics are startup procedure. So obviously the key to on, the kill switch to run, the petcock to on, and if it's cold, the choke to choke. Down is choke. All right. All right, what's next? So the rear brake adjustment is here, that little special nut, and probably going to need rear brakes down the road. As you can see, it's pretty well adjusted in. This also has the qt50 rear gears, and it's got this massive V-rubber 14-inch tire on the back. And this shock is actually adjustable. I've never really adjusted it, but it's got the adjustable shock. FYI. There's a nut right there for adjusting the front brakes. I think the front brakes are fairly new. And you can also adjust the brakes on the handlebar. I don't think the jetting is going to be much different, if any, at all in Florida compared to Ohio. The bike's going down to Florida. I like the idle jet that's in it, and yeah, of course I forgot. I think it's about a 20 idle jet, and you can kind of adjust the idle speed there. I think the air fuel mixture screw is at a good setting now. This engine, in addition, has the the advanced timing key, so the timing's advanced a little bit. One thing you might want to do from time to time is check the tightness of the exhaust bolts that hold the exhaust to the cylinder. There's two of them underneath the cylinder there. You don't need to, crank them down. I did put some red Loctite on them, which should help, but check those from time to time. Also, the cylinder head nuts. If you have a torque wrench, set it to 84 inch-pounds. But I've tightened them twice now, checked them twice, didn't really have to tighten them, so it's not like it's something that you'll need to do, but just something to check. Maybe put a socket on it, and just after riding it a week or two, just to see if they're snug. Don't get on there and crank on it. Don't do the Hulk Hogan on it. They will snap if you go at it too hard, so be careful. Got the temperature gauge mounted right there for easy viewing. Generally, if you get towards 400 degrees, you probably want to back it off and let it cool down. So keep an eye on your temperature, and you can adjust the brakes here and here. You adjust them out to tighten them in, or to tighten them and adjust them in to loosen them up some if you need to. As far as I use premix gas oil mix in advance. generally 40 to 1 to 50 to 1, and I like the Blenzol two-stroke oil or the Motul two-stroke oil, and there's a Maxima two-stroke oil, but in the end, I don't know if it really matters. Just use something, 40 to 1 to 50 to 1. And then we've got a sealed battery under there. At one point I had 10 bikes, so I don't get to ride one very often. So the battery's got a charge in it. You probably need to ride it around a bit and charge it up, and that'll take care of that. All the lights work, the horn works, just kind of weak just because the battery isn't that charged up. It's a relatively new seat cover as well. This is actually the Honda, I think it's a qt50 headlight with a replaceable bulb. So for some reason you do burn out the light bulb, you just replace the bulb and not the entire headlight assembly, which is nice. You know, it's like $1 instead of $40. So that's good. And then, you know, I was saying, give yourself plenty of distance to stop, because you know, the engine has kind of outrun the brakes on this thing. So we've exceeded the braking power, so ride judiciously. And that, I think, is a wrap on the Yamaha QT50 Blue flavor. Happy with how it turned out. Obviously, that air box container I made does restrict it a little bit, but I think the benefits of, you know, knocking down the noise some and making it easy to tune the carb. You tune the air instead of the fuel, not always messing with jets, so you can shorten up those tubes, and that'll give it more air, or you can put a longer tube in it and that'll restrict the air a little more. If you can tune the air, which I think is a great way to go about it. And this is coming from a man who's taken carburetors apart thousands of times to replace the jet, so that's why I like it so much. So there you have it. I think anything else I wanted to say other than have fun and be careful. Ride safe out there, right? We'll catch you next time.